Hello Hunter, and welcome back to my walkthrough of Monster Hunter World. Today we will be taking on the Dodogama and the Lavaziath, which are two bosses we haven't seen yet. At least you haven't. I fought them both, but not from quests. Dodogama, Fanged Wyvern, a monster that devours rocks as its primary diet. The crystals it devours mix with its saliva to produce explosive minerals that it can spit at its enemies. Dodogama collects explosive minerals in its mouth, but doing so weakens its massive jaw. Causing the minerals to detonate while they're still in Dodogama's mouth will create a great opening for an attack. What it said there was pretty accurate. Dodogama will eat rocks and its jaw will start to glow. That means hitting this thing in the face is your best bet to do damage. It's no pushover though. It'll charge at you and spit lava at you. The lava can give you Blast Blight. Blast Blight will stick to your hunter until you either get rid of it or it detonates. There are two ways Blast Blight can detonate. If it stays on your hunter for too long, it'll eventually explode. If a boss hits you with another blast attack, then it will trigger the explosion. To get rid of Blast Blight, dodge roll on the ground for a little bit until it disappears. Its tail is also a weak point, and it can be severed as well. Its head and front legs are also breakable. Dodogama's elemental weakness is thunder, and it's also very susceptible to poison. Dodogama usually hangs out over here. And if not, I can pick up some of its footprints. Of course, I can't find him now because the Gajalaka want a piece of me for some reason. Go away. Oh, there he is. And you need to leave. I will attempt to slice off the tail using slicing ammo, but my results may vary. I've never tried such a thing.
Looks like you've been hit with blast blight. You better do something before you get blown to smithereens.
I'm doing a little do-si-do there. Now you can see its mouth glowing there. That's what it means. That's what the little hunter's notes meant by attacking its jaw. This thing's pretty adorable though. Why anyone would want to hunt this thing? Well, actually you do need to hunt it in order to unlock that third camp here. So, fortunately, we have to hunt it for a reason. Its armor isn't really that great in terms of skills or anything, it's just... Oh, well. I don't know if my cat or the Gajalaka did that. taking that opportunity. As you can see, a bow gun isn't exactly, well, no time like the present. Save one. Then again, I'm probably using the slicing ammo wrong, because I never used it. I probably am. You'd be surprised how far away you can be and still hit you. When it comes to the blast blight, same thing with the fire blight. Stop, drop, and roll. I think I broke its jaw. Oops. But you can tell, I don't fight this guy a lot. I'm not really used to him. Wish those Barnos wouldn't get in the way. I'll admit, I've never fought this guy with a light bow gun. I was hoping to do that. And since I don't actually want to kill him, I'm gonna catch him. He's too cute to kill. So yeah, a little stronger than he looks. Cute as a button, though. Keep your pants on, handler. Believe. Yep, I can complete this now. I have that third camp. Next up. Gonna be taking on Lavaziath. I guess I'll show you now. The only thing that I really want is this. Because I have this gun lance. Been using this gun lance a lot now that I have it. I love this gun lance. And I have fought Lavaziath a lot. So this guy should be no trouble for me at all. Although, when I first fought him, wasn't in a quest, at least with this character. It was actually in an expedition. Devil Joe showed up and killed me. But that was when I had the less than useful armor. Oh, well. Hello. I mean, I fought you many times. I fought you enough to wear your skin. But I don't want to deal with you right now. Mandragora. I'll also have to get the info on this guy from future me. Lavaziath, Piscine Wyvern. Lavaziaths utilize molten lava as armor. They are extremely aggressive and will attack without prejudice until the threat has been eliminated. The hardened magma on Lavaziath's body becomes softer as it swims through the lava. Attack its armor immediately after it surfaces to increase your chances of destroying it before it rehardens. Lavaziath's lava armor is its main gimmick. When it hardens, most weapons will bounce off of it. While you can wait till Lavaziath swims in the lava, there are three main ways you can soften its armor on your own. You can toss a torch pot at it, but that's not why I picked them up. I just picked them up so I can get its attention. You can use a fire weapon against it. The problem with that is Lavaziath is resistant to fire when its armor is hardened and completely immune when it's soft. The third way is to use explosive damage. Gunlance shell attacks do a very small amount of fire damage, but it's enough to keep the armor soft. Plus, the shield can block all of its attacks, so that's why I'm using it. Head and stomach are weak spots. Pretty much everything is breakable. Its elemental weakness is water, though it becomes slightly more resistant to it when its lava is hardened. It's also susceptible to poison. My Gunlance does poison damage, but that's just a small bonus. Gunlance isn't really good for status or elemental damage. In the case of my Gunlance right now, it's all about those shell attacks. I know it's weak to water, but there's a bit of a gimmick with them. When it's out of the water, it doesn't have a strong roar either, so you don't have to worry about that. But the gimmick with this guy is that its armor eventually will harden. And when you do that, when it does that, not only does it become resistant to its more weaknesses, like it becomes a little less weak to water, which is this guy's weakness, but what also happens is that a lot of weapons will bounce. One way to combat it is to pick up the slinger ammo that I picked up, the torch pods. You can fire that at its body parts to soften it up, the magma armor. You can even use fire weapons to do the same thing, but that's a little less than ideal because this thing takes no damage from fire at all, as far as I know. And on top of that, but the one thing you also can do is use Gunlance shell attacks. The shells from my Gunlance will heat up the armor as well. And that is why I'm using this Gunlance. Stays nice and warm for me. Although another thing you can do is get the Mind's Eye skill so you don't bounce. Now, the armor set that I was wearing before, if I wear 4 pieces of the Azure Rathlos armor set, I will get the Mind's Eye skill. See, now I'm bouncing. Wonder if I can sneak in a sharpen. Yep, there we go. Nope. Yeah, sometimes the hitboxes on his attacks are a little strange. Now, the one attack this guy can do that is very devastating is that one. The lava bomb attack. Now, you can block it with pretty much any shield. I can block it with ease, with or without, you know, guard. But it is very devastating. You gotta worry, the time you have to really worry about that attack the most is if it lands behind you. I'm gonna get hit here. Worth it though. I'm doing a lot of damage to him. Now, the one thing this guy does is it'll sometimes burrow down into lava here, and it'll jump across these pools and eventually jump out and try to land on you. If you see it jump from this pool, then it is going to jump to this one, and then possibly back. But if you see it in this pool, raise your shield and get ready to dodge or whatever, because it's gonna come straight back out. Obviously, I've fought this thing hundreds of times. Well, big party up in here. Ooh, forgot my popcorn. Alright, you leave. And you just saunter away. And I'll fight the fish over here. think there were some slinger bombs in the other area. See, if you're in this area and you have slinger bombs and it starts swimming through the lava here, you can knock it out of the lava for a little bit. Get some good attacks in. Oh, I think there's some right there. Or you can use those nitro toads. Same thing. But of course, can't stay in the lava too long or else I'll get hurt. And of course. Oh, thank you, Einstein. Or not. I guess that guy has to heal too. I'm not too worried though. I'm surprised that hit me. Now this attack here, if I have Wyvern's Fire available, I always use it when it comes out of that attack because it'll take some time to turn around and I can really get in some damage. Of course, if I stay in the lava. I wonder if I can lure it over here. I don't like that sliding move. I'm surprised it missed. Usually this guy is very good at aiming, so don't take any chances with that move, especially. And sometimes that hits you from behind. Good thing it's not too threatening. I do not like this area sometimes. Blue boy's back. Gonna take advantage of that. Thank you, Azure Rathalos. Of course, if you're not gonna leave, go. Thank you. I was looking for some bomb pods, but oh well. Not as much significance in this next area. Oh, well. Right. That's the lava fish down. Alright, and next up we have the Black Diablos.
Black Diablos, Flying Wyvern. These black-shelled Diablos are actually female Diablos in heat. The color signals their aggressiveness and heightened hostility to other creatures in their habitat. Diablos are much more aggressive against intruders when in heat, and are known to attack enemies in retreat. Do not let your guard down even if you think you've established a safe distance from these monsters. Black Diablos is no joke. Even I have trouble with it sometimes. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've fainted twice during this fight. Her attacks are more unpredictable, and her attacks are just as powerful, if not more powerful, than a normal Diablos. This is why I'm bringing a lance to this fight. Her weaknesses are the same as normal Diablos, but unlike Diablos, which is immune to fire, Black Diablos is also immune to dragon. On top of that, her armored parts are even more heavily armored than before. Many weapons will bounce off of her, so having the Mind's Eye skill really helps. This is why I went in with Azure Rathalos gear. The only thing I'm not wearing that isn't from the Azure Rathalos is my Radabon Coil Alpha, which is the waist. It gives me a few levels of the guard skill.
Just 100, look for a second. A Fiery Convergence.
All right.
Yes, once you defeat Lavazioth, you will get this. A Fiery Convergence. That is for the Fireproof Mantle, I do believe. And again, I forgot to show you what my gear is. I'm using the Legiana Lance, and I have... most of my stuff is Azure Rathalos gear for the Mind's Eye skill, but except for my waist. My waist is Radabon, which has guard +2, guard level 2. It's just to help me with the knockback of the guards, because this thing hits hard. Very, very hard. There's the normal one. Don't know if that one's a male or female. All we know is this one's a female, definitely. Hey, big girl. Pick a few of these, because research. Unfortunately, this may be a battle of attrition. That is my phone. As you can see there, I don't bounce at all. Places you're more likely to bounce are the horns and the tail, as you can see. But with this boss, I do not want that. As you can see, very, 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 very hard boss. How she did not hit me there, I do not know. I'm not taking any chances. Unfortunately, I don't have my health boost anymore. Play it safe if you have to. Even with this big shield. That's another move that's pretty different from normal Diablos. Just launch yourself out of the sand. Now, she has the same weaknesses, I believe, as regular Diablos. Sometimes she'll come out the other side. Wonder if I can get a mount off on her. Not really. I guess she dragged me with her. Oh wow, is that an instant stun? Yep. I'll admit I am a little undergeared. But I think I have a max potion. Yeah. Let's bring a couple of these. I believe that's my first death on camera. I have had a few other deaths, but that's kind of the thing with Monster Hunter. Looks like she's tired. Timed that completely wrong. Oh, she's just gonna sit there taunting me. I usually fight her with full guard and with a lance that's a bit sharper. But you need to fight her. If not here, then later for something else. But anyway, mind's eye skill working really well here. Yeah, because she's no pushover at all. She is a lot harder, especially when compared to, oh, thank you, Einstein, normal Diablos over there. I think she enrages easier. Hello. She also does that tail whip move, it's the same as Diablos, so... What the... I could have sworn I was blocking that. Yeah. Thank you, Einstein. Although I think... Poor Einstein. Oh, gotta feel bad for those palicos. They have bones made of steel. I was hoping for a mount there. Didn't suffer too badly from it. I'm not taking a chance. Oh, sweet. I need to sharpen, so... Really? I have to wait. Now, if you're... come on. Obviously, sonic bombs would work great here, but... Now, if you're in a fight with an aggressive boss... and you need to sharpen really bad, try to flash bomb it, and use that as your opportunity. Hopefully she doesn't look at me. Okay, good, good. What? Okay. Weird hitboxes for the lose. She's probably gonna kill me here. Yep. Well. Closer. Oh, that's what I was hoping for earlier. When Black Diablos and normal Diablos do a turf war, I wonder if breaking Black Diablos' horns influences the outcome of the fight. Let's see if they turf war. Come here. Oh, Diablos. Will they turf war? Yep. See who wins. Because sometimes normal one wins, sometimes the black one wins. Oh, she won. bear off. Go away, bear off. Oop. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Oh, she's weak, so. Alright. That was pretty good. Died twice, but oh well. It happens. Doesn't matter how good you are, you will die eventually. Hello, Apsaros. Looks funny. It looks like it's trying to give me a hug. Oh, I got a wyvern gem. Sweet. Alright, now up next. Let's tackle Uragan.
Uragan, brood wyvern. Large brood wyverns that feed on ore, using their mighty jaws to crush solid rock to powder. They've been known to confront Lavasioths over territory disputes. A crushing slam from the Uragan's jaw can send shockwaves across the ground, detonating any explosive rocks in the area. In addition, when an Uragan is toppled, its body can be mined for ore. What it means is when Uragan does its tail sweep attack, and sometimes while it's rolling around, large glowing rocks will drop from its body. The rocks will explode if, like it said, Uragan uses its chin-pounding attacks near them, but they'll also explode on their own eventually. When you see these on the ground, just avoid them while fighting Uragan. Uragan uses its rolling move a lot. It's easier to block than to dodge. I'm using a heavy bowgun in this fight, which has 2 shield mods on it. This will help me if I need to block its rolling attack. What's interesting about its physical weakness is that when its jaw is intact, it's one of the most heavily armored parts of its body, but when it's broken, the chin becomes Uragan's greatest weak point. The stomach is also a good spot to aim for. The head and back are breakable, while the tail can be severed, but unlike most bosses, you have to break the tail before severing the tail. Elemental weakness is water, and it's highly susceptible to poison and stun.
You can sometimes find a moonlight gecko right here. My skills. Not really optimal, but I put 2 shield mods on this thing. attention. And that's why I have the shield. Just stay away from those. Gun with pierce ammo. What am I backing up into? Take this opportunity. Not sure what I broke there. But it looks like I broke its face. At least I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, you know what? I think I broke the tail. Because you can sever the tail, but you gotta break it first. The tail has 2 breaks. Might also have broken its back, I think. Not that. Where's... Oh, there it is. Was going to attempt to knock it out. Like I said, it's susceptible to stun. Trying to get that bigger wasp. Not sure if Einstein's trying to get to me, but... And get away from that nitro toad. I usually fight this guy with a lance, but like I said, anything with a shield will have an easier time, especially if you're in this area. I don't know if it has any moves that are unblockable. but stay away from that one if you can. Now, I only absorbed the shockwave. I didn't get hit by the actual attack. So I don't get tremored. I'm gonna go down here. If it'll let me. And that is why it's difficult to be down here without something that blocks. This thing rolls constantly back and forth. Pretty fast, too. And if you have a nice stalwart shield, you're less likely to get hit. Get out of here. I wasn't sure where to block from that. Hopefully I can get up there in time. If it falls over like that, you can go up and mine from its back. That would have been more dangerous if I had any bombs around me, but I didn't. Or Einstein. And that's another tank you gotta watch out for. That's the sleep gas. It also expels a explosive gas. It's like a fire gas. So gotta watch out for that. Take advantage of that. A little do-si-do there. That could have been bad. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, I got a ruby. Next up, Azure Rathalos.
Azure Rathalos, flying wyvern, an azure-colored species of Rathalos, more mobile than their standard cousins. They locate prey from the air and quickly swoop in for the kill. Counter its airborne onslaught by observing its flight patterns and finding the right moment to knock it out of the sky. Once grounded, it loses its ability to perform consecutive attacks, making the fight much easier. Like it said, flash pods help a lot in this fight. Azure Rathalos is much faster in the air than the normal one. Weak points and breakable parts are similar to the normal Rathalos, though now it trades its elemental weaknesses around a bit. It's more resistant to thunder and less resistant to ice. Dragon is still its main weakness, though.
Nope, they're fully upgraded. Should have taken this camp because it spawns right outside of it. Should be down here. Yep. Although, if you go to that area where the crystals are and wait for him there, you'll get an easy shot on him with those falling crystals. Now this guy is a lot more... Ooh, sweet. This guy's a lot more nimble in the air than a regular Rathalos, so that's why he's more dangerous. This is just me trying to hit the wings. This isn't the most optimal way to use a normal gun lance, but while he's standing up, I can't hit the wings so easily. I don't think there's anything you can't block with this gun lance, or a lance in general, but... Alright, that wing's broken. Get off this lava. He's still stunned, I'm just gonna sharpen for good measure. As you can see, a lot faster in the air. A lot more dangerous. I can't reach that other wing, so base it is. I think I actually hit the wing with that. I just want him to get off the lava. Come on. Thank you. As you can see, while he's on the ground, he's not much of a threat. Oh, well, dang. I actually did that on accident. Didn't hurt anything, I suppose. I'm not even sure if I'm pinning his wing. I'm not sure what I was hit there. I think he just pushed me with his head. As per usual, that attack there can poison you, so be careful. Spending too much time just trying to break this wing. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I broke his head. Don't judge me. Oh. Swag. How did that not break it? Oh, come on. Oh my god, those things are annoying. There you go. Oh, you're gonna die, Barnos. I think that Barnos is dead. Unfortunately, I don't have the mind's eye now. Can I sharpen? You guys can go away. I was gonna say another word, but I shouldn't. Right here. Always hangs out underneath those crystals. So... well, if I can. Hit it. Oh, did I break its back too? Sweet. Barnos, go away. Wasn't sure those crystals would stagger me. Really? Well, as soon as it gets up, it'll be captured. Come on, buddy. There you go. Pre-tranking. Pick this up in the cutscene? Guess not. The cat over there. Need to get this guy a new armor set. I have a lot of Azure Rathalos parts. Probably wear that. Pretty standard rewards. Geese, basil juice, basil whatever. Bomb face.
Basil Juice, Flying Wyvern. A nefarious flying wyvern that travels the new world in search of prey. It scatters explosive scales over a wide area to prey on whatever gets caught in the blast. The scales that Basil Juice scatters explodes with tremendous force, making them extremely deadly. Focus on its legs to knock it down, and then knock out its scale-generating organs. If you've fought any bosses in high rank, you've probably already encountered this thing, and may have had to dung pot it in order to get it to go away. Before I go on, I'll say this. I don't know if Basil Juice is the correct way to pronounce its name. The reason why some people call it that is because its name is spelled in a similar way to Betelgeuse, which is a red supergiant star that is one of the biggest stars visible to the naked eye in our night sky. Some people call it Basil Geese, or just Basil. I personally call it Bomb Face. What it said about tripping it and attacking its scale-generating organs, I honestly wouldn't recommend it, especially if it's your first time fighting Basil. Fighting Basil in melee range is very dangerous. It has plenty of attacks that it performs while simultaneously dropping bomb scales that will detonate as soon as they hit the ground. Ranged weapons are your best bet to fight this thing. It is a bit of a glass cannon though, since it's not heavily armored. You can also flash it out of the air when it's flying. Weak points are the head, wings, and tail. Head and wings can be broken, the tail can be severed, and its elemental weakness is thunder.
Change up my armor set here. Don't really have anything particularly good against him. Meaning I didn't really make a set for him, but I'm gonna be basically using the same thing as I use with Dodogama. And to be honest, I'm not sure where this guy spawns here. Sometimes he spawns down there, sometimes he spawns over there, so I'm gonna check over here real quick. I don't see him. Well, that's Dodogama's footprints. Sometimes he spawns down here. Do I hear him? Oh! There he goes. Where on earth is he going? He went all the way up there. The top. Something tells me by the time I get up there, it's gonna come back down. So I'm gonna wait here. By the way, if you have full geologist level 3 and you come here when these barrel deposits are on upsurge, you can get a ton, and a ton of resource points. So if you're ever in need of those resource points, then just come with a full geologist level 3, pick up these barrel deposits. Sorry, deposits, I was gonna say. Yeah. Still not the best at speaking, if you'll forgive me. This guy, its weak spot is pretty much all over its body. But the trouble is getting near him. Nickname for this guy is the B-52 Bomber. Hopefully get a chance to show that. Don't know if I dodged through that or not. You gonna do what I hope you're gonna do, buddy? I'm not sure if that was just for this dude or not, but oh well, I'll take it. Oh, come on. He flinched right there. He was about to set that off. Oh, and I got hit by one of the scales. Thank you, Einstein. Unfortunately, it wasn't much help. Should do. Oh, sweet. Barnos, go away. You can cut off this thing's tail. What? Okay. Anyway, that's the B-52 bomber thing there. You can flash a flash pod in front of him. Right there, if you want. Is he running? Oh, well, that sucks. Where are you going, buddy? Quick reload here. Normally I fight this guy with a bow. That's another reason why you don't want to get close to him. That is pretty much a one-shot move. Oh, Einstein. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. This thing sounds like a pigeon sometimes. Don't have too many bombs to drop on that first one. Oh! I didn't expect that. Usually he goes around where his bombs aren't, but I guess he was targeting me. Oh. Not dead. The Grimmel kind up there is saying, oh, we'll trap it in ropes if you ride it. Unfortunately, I don't have the best means to mount it, so... Oh, it's tired. Come, bugs, get out of the way. Oh, wow. Didn't think that wing would hit me. You want to heal me? I was gonna go for that Vigor Wasp spray over there. Whatever. That was a mistake. I should have dodged out of the way when I could have. Alright. Alright, decent run. Didn't get any talons, unfortunately. Okay, what you can do is combine a Basilgeuse Talon or a Devil Joe Talon, doesn't matter, with the Power Charm and Armor Charm to make the Power Talon and Armor Talon. Now you can have both of those in your inventory and also another Power Charm and Armor Charm, and they'll stack on top of each other. Right here, Chief Botanist. I do believe this is to get the 3rd slot, so you can grow 3 things at a time. Alright, well, we took on a whole bunch of new monsters today, at least as far as the series goes. So I think that's a wrap for this episode. I will be doing those armory quests later on, off screen. I don't think you need to see me fight all those bosses again. But, next episode, we will be hopefully taking on our first few Elder Dragons. At least that's my hope, because that's the next step, is Elder Dragons. We'll be taking on the harder bosses of this game, pretty much what's supposed to be the hardest bosses of this game. Anyway, until then, happy hunting!